Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 225. Welcome. Okay, so I have, looking at my notes here, I have 3 finished objects to show you, and 3, maybe 4 works in progress. So let's just get started and I'll show you what I got done this past week. Okay, so for my finished objects, I finished the bunny hat that I was working on. This is a pattern by Repeat Crafter Me, and this is the this finishes up my goal for 40, well, from January to October, I wanted to make 4 Preemie hats per month to donate to the Halloween hat drive. And so this bunny hat, finishing it, this is the 40th hat. So that means that I have met my goal for the year for the Preemie hats. So here is the 40th and final Preemie hat for the year of 2021 for the Halloween hat drive. I think this one turned out so cute. I am so happy with this one. Like I said, this is a pattern by Repeat Crafter Me, and but I turned it in. It was actually a baby hat, I think 0 to 3 months. But well, she has multiple sizes, but I did the 0 to 3 month size. But I changed the yarn to, instead of using worsted weight yarn, I used Bernat Softy Baby. I think that's what it is, but it's a sport weight or the baby weight yarn from Bernat. I think it's Softy Baby in the white, and then this pink, or yeah, that pink color. I don't remember what that is. It is a sport weight yarn though. It's something, I just had a ball of it in there, and I'm not even sure where I got it. I don't know, no label. But anyway, I thought it was a great color for the inside of the eyes. And like I said, it was a number 3 or sport weight yarn, so the same weight as the white yarn. And I used that for the face and the ears. And then the black, I just used black. I think on the pattern she used buttons, and so I just crocheted using black sport weight yarn. I just crocheted using the magic circle, and I think I crocheted 5. Now I don't remember. 5 or 6 single crochets, you know, and then pulled the ring closed, and then I put the little white stitch on there for the sparkle in the eyes. Anyway, so Preemie hat number 40 for the year done. Okay, so that's finished object number 1. Now, okay, so finished object number 2. Last week I talked about, I think, yeah, in last week's episode I talked about Kim Goff, who has Classy Kim's Creations. I think that's the name of her channel, but I will link it below in the description box, especially the video that talks about it. But she is doing she's part of a group called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I think that's a Facebook group that she belongs to. But anyway, she's doing this for something in her area, and what she was doing is making coasters that she was going to package up and then leave them in different areas, like at the cancer center that she went to for her treatment, and then also in random places. And it was just supposed to bring somebody a smile that may be going through a difficult time. So anyway, she's gonna put a label on the coasters, and so she was asking for if anybody wanted to make up some coasters with crochet cotton and send it along to her, so that way she would have a built-up supply to start passing these out along with the ones that she herself are making. And so I had some leftover crochet cotton. I had some I Love This Cotton print, I think, in a colorway called Brights. And so what I did is I just made coasters, and I just worked on them until, I made them until I used the yarn up. And so I ended up making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 coasters. And so what I did is I started with, these are half double crochets, okay, and I started with a magic circle, and I started with 8 half double crochets in the magic circle, okay, and then the next round I did an increase in each one around to make it to 16, okay? And then the next round was an increase and then a single all the way around, and that increased it to 24. Anyway, I kept doing that until I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Let's see. Double, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I kept doing it until I was doing an increase with 3 stitches all the way around, and they were all half double crochets. And I did join, it wasn't continuous rounds. I joined them, and then yeah, join, then chain 2, and then continue on. Okay. And so after I got to that round where I was doing 2 half double crochets and then 3 single stitches, and I was doing that all the way around. Okay, so then the next one, well, first I did it where I did the next round being an increase of 2 half double crochets with 4 stitches all the way around, but that was coming out too big. I just kind of used a coaster that I had already to kind of gauge the size, and so I ripped that round out because it was getting too big. And so that I did the round again because it needed a little more, but what I did is I did it again, but I did it in single crochets instead of half double crochets. So I did 1 round of single crochets where I did 2 single crochets in 1 stitch and then 1 single crochet each in the next 4, and then I repeated that around. Okay, so I did that for 1 round. And then I did a stitch that I've always said that I hated this stitch, but I love the way it looks. And I think the more I do it, the better I'm getting at doing it. And so it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But anyway, I did a reverse single crochet in each stitch all the way around, not increasing that round. Yeah, I just did one all the way around each stitch. So it made this nice little edge, if you can see that, on all the coasters. And I'm really liking the way they turned out. And so I have 5, and then I started on the 6th one, but I ran out. I only got, I think the round before the single crochet. No, I got to the single crochet round, not the reverse single crochet, but the one before. But I only got like halfway around, and so I just kind of modified it a little bit, and then since it's smaller, I'm keeping that one for myself, for my desk. But anyway, so I got a start of 5 that I'm going to be sending along to Kim. But before I send them, I'm going to go into my container that I've got of crochet cotton, and I think I have a few little small balls of, you know, different colors and things. And so I think what I'm going to do is take those and see if I can make a few more. I may just use this because it's a real easy pattern, and I really like the way that comes out. And you know, it's easy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few more with just some of the other bits and bobs of cotton that I have, the smaller balls, and then I'm going to send them along to her in a little mailer, and then that way she'll have a build up a stash that she can pass out or leave in random places in her community. So anyway, there you go. And so if anybody wants to she was asking that she was doing until the end of this month of October, and so if anybody wants to do that, I will link that information video. It was I can't remember the name of the video, but it was kind of in the middle. She talked about some other things and maybe some Happy Meal, I'm not sure, but then kind of in the middle of the video, that's where she talks about the random acts of crochet kindness. That's what it's called. And so anyway, if you want information about that, I'll link that video below, and then also you can contact Kim, and her address is in there, and you can contact her for more information. But anyway, these are coming your way, Kim, except that I'm going to be adding to them, you know, to fill up my little mailer a little bit more. Okay, so that is finished object number 2. Now, finished object number 3, I can only show you pictures of, because last week I showed you, and then I told you that I need to do a little bit more, but then I wanted to hurry up and get it sent off in the mail. That's what I did. But I took pictures before I sent it, so that way I can show you. Okay, so I finished the Feel Better Friends doll. This would be Feel Better Friends doll number 2, not counting the first practice one that I did, okay? So I'm not counting that one. So Feel Better Friends doll number 2 is sent off, and I believe she's supposed to be receiving it tomorrow, so I'm anxious to hear back from the mom and the little girl. By the way, I do appreciate prayers for that little girl, the 2-year-old little girl that's going to be receiving that doll. She has several different health issues, and so I'm sure the mom would welcome all prayers for her. Okay, so here is a picture. I took a close-up picture of a profile so you could see the ponytail in the back, and then I took another picture that is the full picture from head to toe, okay? And so here are the pictures of that finished doll popping in right here. Okay, so that is my Feel Better Friend doll. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I'm happy to be done with it and could send it along to the little girl. So let's go on now to my works in progress. Okay, so for my works in progress, a little bit more about the Feel Better Friends doll. I did send a message to the administrator and to tell her not to give me my next assignment until after the October the 25th. So it's giving me a couple of weeks off from going right into another doll, just because I have a couple of projects I need to get finished. One is the works in progress number 1 I'm going to talk about, and the other one is works in progress number 2. So let's go into those, and then I'll show you that. Okay, so works in progress number 1 is the gingerbread boy. I want to try to get this done before the holiday season so I can send it along to the lady that was requesting this. And so here is my gingerbread boy so far. I did attach the arms, as you can see, and I'm starting decreasing for the neck, and I'm stuffing as I go. But the next thing I need to do, if you can see, I'm trying to look in the viewfinder there, I don't know, see those owls up there? Okay, so one of the owls, one of those containers, has some, oh, it's like a stick, but it's made out of like cardboard that my husband wrapped like pretty tight and tape down, and I'm going to be using it. That's what it calls for these particular dolls, because they're decoration purpose dolls, okay? And so I need to insert that stick in there. It's going to be to help the head from being too floppy. And so I need to, before I start reducing any more on this, I need to get my husband to get those sticks down, and I hear him outside. He's here, so I can get him to do that, because I prefer not to climb if I don't have to. I do have a step ladder. I could have done it, but I prefer not to climb if my hubby's here, and he's my hero, and he can get them for me because he's tall. Okay, so this is, I've stopped so far until I can get the stick and get that in there. I have attached the arms, decreased down in the neck, and so now I got a few, I think I got another 1 or 2 rows of decreasing, and then I'll start increasing, because the head is, you continue on to make the head. You don't have to sew the head on. And so that is my progress so far. I will pop in a picture right here of the gingerbread boy, because this is the 4th one I've made. And so I'll pop in a picture right here of the gingerbread boy, the first one that I made, so you can see what this one is going to look like. Here it is. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. This is a pattern, is paid for pattern, but well worth it, I think. Is made, the pattern is from Made by Mary. I think that's the name of the designer. It's Mary Smith. I think that's right. Anyway, I will put a link to her Etsy shop or to the pattern below if anybody's interested. This is, I think it's super cute. Love the way she has her patterns designed. Okay, so that is works in progress number 1. Works in progress number 2 is a baby gift. Now the baby was born. I got kind of confused about the date. I thought he was going to be born at the end of October. He was not. He was born at the end of September, well, like the 30th, day before October. And so I need to go ahead and make this teddy bear that I was wanting to make for him. And so the pattern that I'm going to be making is a Jess Huff Patterns. I love her patterns as well. I've made several of them. In fact, I have made this one before. And so this pattern is for Benedict the Bear. Okay, that's the name of her pattern. And I will pop in a picture right here of the other Benedict the Bear I made, so you can see what he's going to look like. Okay, so I've started working on Benedict the Bear. Let's see, I've got both of his arms made using Cafe Latte. I just got the tail wrapped around there. Cafe Latte, and I think that's Buff. I think that's what that is. Red Heart Super Saver. Anyway, here's his arms, and I've got one of his legs made, okay, and then I am working on the next leg, okay, and I did go ahead and get both of his ears made. This is one of them, but I've got both of them in my bag here, and let's see, I have his muzzle made right here. You know, this is not Buff. I know what this is. This is Fisherman, which is Vanna's Choice. I think that's what that is. That's the color I'm using. Yeah, it's not Buff. Okay, and so that's what I've gotten so far. So I need to finish the next leg, and then I'm going to be going on to the body and the head. Haven't done that. So that's what I'm working on. For Works in Progress number 2 is Benedict the Bear. Okay, and so these are the 2 projects that I was telling my administrator for Feel Better Friends dolls that I needed to get done before I get another assignment for my next Feel Better Friend doll. Okay, so Works in Progress number 3, let's go on to that, is the tutorial that I'm preparing for. I am making, last week I talked about it, that I'm making a sock monkey, and so what I'm doing right now, I'm going to be doing a tutorial for it. It's a Yarnspirations pattern, by the way, and I will link that pattern in the description box below for those that want to follow along with the tutorial, so that way you can prepare by gathering your yarn that you want to use, all that stuff, your supplies, because I intend on starting this tutorial hopefully tomorrow, and so maybe by Saturday I'll have the first part of it put together or, you know, posted. So anyway, what I'm doing is I am doing some of the duplicate pieces. This sock monkey has you know, the 2 arms, 2 legs, and the pattern that you use are identical, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make 3 of them, of the 4 I need for the arms and legs, and then the 4th one, that's when I'm going to start my tutorial to show how to make that one. And then I also made one of the ears, because I will make the other ear in the tutorial. So I've just been doing some of the duplicates to get those done ahead of time. And then I looked at my printed the pattern out, looked at it, and was trying to figure out how, because I want to change the pattern and have it where you crochet the arms into the body without having to sew them on. Okay, so I'm changing the instructions a little bit. I'm also changing the where I'm going to do the body and then go up and do the head, you know, all one piece, because that one, they didn't do that. They had the head separate and then the body separate, and then you had to stitch the pieces together. I'm trying to make this where it is less sewing, okay, because you have to sew on the ears and the muzzle, you know, and the hats. I mean, there's several things you have to sew on. So I wanted to try to cut down on that where you don't have to sew on the arms. The legs are worked together, so that those were already figured out. But I'm going to, I'm figuring out how to crochet the arms in there and the head and body one piece, so then I can show as part of some tips in the tutorial. Okay, so working on that. Oh, I do have a picture of the sock monkey, so I will pop that one in here. It is a Yarnspirations pattern, but I've been given permission to do tutorials on Yarnspirations patterns. So here is a picture of that sock monkey, okay? Okay, so that is the tutorial I'm going to be doing. In place of Vlogtober, I'm going to be doing a couple of tutorials, I'm hoping. So I'm doing that one, and then I've got another one that is more seasonal appropriate that I want to do also after I get the sock monkey one done. So that's what I decided to do. Instead of doing a video for every day for Vlogtober, I really wanted to do that, but some things came up, and so I felt like I just couldn't commit to doing it. But I am putting out some extras some tutorials and things, some extras during this month. So, and then I don't know, I definitely want to do Vlogmas, and I really like the way I did a swap, like a scrap yarn swap with Llama Mama Kayla last year. And so I'm trying to figure out what I could maybe do for Vlogmas that is something like that. Maybe do some swap with someone else, or I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to do it, but I want to do something like that. And then next month for November is my birthday month, and so I'm hoping that I'll do some extra little things for that. I don't know if I'll do a video every day because I want to do that in December, but I do want to do something for my birthday month. So stay tuned, and I will fill you in when I figure it out. Okay, so that is I kind of went into upcoming, so let's go on to upcoming and talk about that. Yesterday I did my video for Movie and Stitch. I did a Movie and Stitch for the letter T, okay? And then I also did, so that is available to be watched. If you haven't watched it, I'll post it below in the description box. Tomorrow I'm coming out with a hat roundup where I'm made a video. I already did it, so it's coming out. I believe it's coming out tomorrow. No, it's coming out Friday. Yeah, Friday. I think tomorrow. I think it's coming out tomorrow. I've got it scheduled already. Anyway, it's going to be a hat roundup of all the hats, one last look of all the hats that I made, because the lady is going to be picking up the donation for those hats tomorrow. So be looking for that video. I really enjoyed taking a look at the hats that I made from the beginning of the year, because I had just put them in a box and I hadn't looked at them since then. So that it was fun for me to look through all the hats. So anyway, that video is coming out tomorrow, I think. Okay, let's see. So next Wednesday will be Stitch Your Library episode number 3, and you'll see I'm working on that project, and so you'll see my progress on that. I'll have that next Wednesday. And let's see, I already talked about the tutorials going on. I know you probably hear noise back there. My husband is here, and I think my son has just come home from work also. So that's the voices you're hearing in the background. Okay, so I think that is it. Yeah, if you see that hanging on the door, right? Oh, can't point, right? There. I am working on some tote bags, so I have been doing some sewing along with my other crochet projects. Okay, I think that's it. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Stay tuned, and be on the lookout for these extra videos coming up. I think they're going to be enjoyable. I hope I'm gonna enjoy making them anyway. So everybody have a great weekend, like I said. Oh, thank you so much to my new subscribers. I appreciate it so much, and all the comments, and please remember to thumbs up this video. Hit the button with the little thumb up. Hopefully it'll be a thumb up if you like the video. It helps get my videos out there, and the comments as well. I really appreciate it. Plus, I really love to hear feedback from you as well. And let's see, what else? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and follow along on all the projects that I'm making and the tutorials that are coming out. So yeah, appreciate everybody's support. I'm really gonna go now, so take care, everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.